Good afternoon to Fat Cat Collections back at you with another product review. And today I want to talk about one by a company called Lifx. And that is the Lifx Smart Home Wi-Fi bulbs. Now, if you've checked out Wi-Fi or smart home bulbs before, basically they're bulbs you can control remotely from your cell phone or your tablet via their app. And, change the color, change the dimness, change the brightness, of course. And basically, some of them need a hub, others don't. And the Lifx bulbs do not require a hub, so that means they connect directly to your network. I've had these bulbs for about 6 months now, and I will say that I'm really happy with them. Lifx was nice enough to go ahead and send me a coupon code for my review channel to go ahead and review some of their product. Now, I got involved in, this smart home stuff probably about 6-7 months ago. Ever since I got this new Asus 3200 router, I just have been buying these smart devices. And, I always had the LED red-green bulbs, out of China downstairs here. The cheap ones you get for like $10 off eBay. Come with the little credit card remote. And we always had them blue because it's like just the nice kind of blue color while we're chilling watching a movie. And so the only problem with that is they're not very bright as far as when you really need lighting. So I wanted to get something that was going to give me the ability to control the bulbs remotely and set timers and have them turn up the bright white. And boy was I impressed when I first plugged these bulbs in. Now, the only downside to using a bulb like this is that wherever you put them, the switch has to remain on. So you can see behind us here, we have a lighting fixture. In front of us, you can't see, but I'll show you in a second, we have 2 of the floodlight versions of these and some ceiling cans. And the switches always have to be on for these to work. Your new switch is basically your smart device. Now, the only negative thing I have to say about these bulbs, like anything Wi-Fi based, they have to be power cycled every now and then. Sometimes they just freeze up and they just don't work. Why that is, I don't know. I have an amazing router, and it just, for whatever reason or another, these things always have to be power cycled. Just like your phones, like your Fire Sticks. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. Wi-Fi devices need to be power cycled sometimes. They just don't work flawlessly all the time. But with that being said, it's pretty easy to turn off the switch and turn it back on. They connect pretty quick to your network, and they work pretty flawlessly most of the time. Now, this particular one is the Lifx Color 1000. It allows you to adjust the color of the bulb to pretty much whatever you want, and it allows you to pick the shade of white to pretty much whatever Kelvin temperature you might want. So your soft white, your bright white. The sky's limit on what kind of colors you can get out of these bulbs, and I will tell you 1,000 lumens per bulb is quite a bit. When you crank these babes up to full bright white, these things get extremely bright. Now, I was going to show you this, but unfortunately my other phone is dead, and I can't actually pull up the app right now, and I just want to get this video done because I keep running out of storage space on my phone, and I just wanted to just do a quick video review of these lights and get it on the internet. Now, I'll be doing more video reviews about this product as time goes on. The only negative thing I have to say about these bulbs right here is that of the 6 I ordered, this one is shot. For whatever reason or another, the other day, it would not communicate with any of the apps, and I cannot get it to connect to my Wi-Fi network. Something has malfunctioned in the bulb, and Lifx will be sending me a new one here shortly. At $50 a pop, you expect them to last a lot longer than 6 months. So hopefully that'll run into any kind of problems with the other bulbs. Hopefully Lifx takes care of their customer here, because I'll tell you, it's a great product, but for $50 a bulb, you want these things to last, okay? Now, they do make a couple variations. They make one bulb that's going to be your non-color bulb, which means it looks exactly like this. It just doesn't have the color features. It just has your, your bright white, your cool white, your warm white. It has your adjustment as far as the shade of white that you want. Then you have the Color 1000, which is this one here, which gives you, I believe it's 16 million different color combinations. You have the floodlight version, which again is what I've used in the can up here in the ceiling because it fills the can a lot better. These ones I use in the bulbs and smaller fixtures. Then they have a new one called the Color 1100. It's slightly brighter, but it also has an infrared spectrum, which I kind of want to get my hands on a couple of those. Maybe Lifx will send me a couple of those to review as well, because since then I've actually added a lot of cameras around the whole house with a surveillance system, and I have a couple cameras inside that are infrared. And what those bulbs will do is actually always have a spectrum of infrared light on, which basically the camera will see and you will not, and the room will be completely bright. So that's a really cool feature. I look forward to reviewing those in not so distant future. And then of course they make the LED strip lighting, which does the same exact thing as these bulbs here. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the product quality, except for the fact that this one's defective. Hopefully that's not something I can expect. You can see this is what the bulb looks like. You have color that comes out along the entire top ring here from the front to 360 degrees around the sides. The bulb almost feels like it's kind of like a ceramic. The bulb is pretty heavy, I will say, when I put it in the fixture over here up in the ceiling there. The bulb definitely kind of had to be squeezed in there, and those fixtures there kind of hold the bulb on kind of a flimsy kind of metal plate. But nonetheless, they work. Once they're in, right? Nice thing about these bulbs also, you can set timers for them. You can have them come on softly or whatever color you want. You can set macros. So for instance, I have one macro, I wish I could show you this on the phone, that basically I could set, whole home white. And you hit that button, the whole house will illuminate white, every room in the house. Or I could set one that says downstairs white. So you can select different macros. Nice thing about these bulbs also, they will communicate with the Samsung Smart Home SmartThings Hub, which I use for some of my in-wall switches, ones that are meant to be turned on and off with a switch. Whereas the Lifx bulbs, you have to leave the switch on. Your switch becomes your smart device. There's a few circumstances where I wanted, such as on my track lighting over here. I'm going to pick you up now. You can see the track lighting on the ceiling over here. That I want to be able to come on with, be able to control it remotely, but I want to be able to still have the switch, and still have the track lighting. So that's why I went ahead and went with the SmartThings Hub on those, because that'll control the Z-Wave smart switches. Also, a great feature about these bulbs is compatible with Google Home and, I don't want to say her name because you know what I'm talking about, the Amazon, Alexa. Damn it. Anyway, you can change your name though if you want to. I opt to keep it. Don't worry, get mad at me. So anyway, let's go ahead and give it a try.
I didn't understand the question I heard.
See what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and see how they communicate with the Google Home. So I'll just go ahead and say, hey Google, turn off the stairs.
Okay, turning stairs went off.
And you can see the stairs went off. Now again, when I tried to make this video before, that bulb needed to be power cycled. It's just the nature of the beast. If you find they're not showing up on the app, just power cycle, okay? Hey Google, turn on the living room track lighting.
Okay, turning the living room track lighting on.
And you can see that, turn on the track lighting. Hey Google, turn on the stairs.
Sure, turning stairs went on.
There you go. So what they'll do is they will default to whatever color you left them at. So naturally, I always tend to have them on the blue color. They default to that particular color. Hey Google, change the color of the stairs to red.
Okay, changing stairs went to red.
Hey Google, change the color of stairs 1 to red.
Okay, changing stairs went to red.
And see, and here's kind of the issue with some of this stuff, that it just seems that it just doesn't always work flawlessly. Hey Google, turn off the stairs.
Sure, turning stairs went off.
See, and there's the problem with some of this product, and this is something that hopefully, and this is an honest review, folks, although I like the product, they don't work 100% flawlessly. I've already had to power cycle that, and for whatever reason or another, it just doesn't want to turn on or off. It's kind of frozen in that mode. Hey Google, turn off the stairs.
Sure, turning stairs went off.
Now, this might be a problem with my router. I might have to reboot my router. Or it might be a problem just with the bulb. Now, as I've already mentioned in the video, this bulb right here is defective. I've ordered 6 of these bulbs, and for whatever reason or another, this one went out the other day. It will not connect to my network. And now it kind of seems like today this bulb's kind of acting up. So hopefully this is not an indication of the Lifx quality. I will say it's been over 6 months, and these bulbs have worked pretty flawlessly, with the exception of having to be power cycled. Let's try the downstairs can. I mean, this is an honest review test. Hey Google, turn off the living room.
Okay, turning 3 things off.
Okay, so you can see that the other 2 bulbs went out. Hey Google. Hey Google. Turn on the living room lights.
You got it. Turning 2 lights on.
So you can tell it basically to turn off living room, so then it's going to turn off what I've programmed as living room, meaning these 3 lights, or you can say just the living room lights, which, and you can set the names of these lights too. So this is like living room can 1 and 2. You can tell it to turn off those specifically. Now again, most of the time I just go ahead and use the app, but it is nice to use the voice control. My girlfriend uses a lot of that in the bedroom because she doesn't have the app on her phone, so she just tends to use just Google to control that. Again, a little disappointing that this bulb has been acting up today. I'm not really sure. I will do another video in the not so distant future, maybe 6 months down the road, and see if these things are actually holding up as well as they claim, because they claim these bulbs you can get a lot of life out of with the amount of hours, but if there's going to be a malfunction, that's definitely kind of a red flag. These bulbs are a little different than, say, like the Philips Hue, which require a hub. These bulbs connect directly to your router using the app. They're very easy to set up, and they are really cool. They do get really, really bright as well. Now, I'm using Google to control the lights because right now I'm using my phone to actually record this video. So that's why I've been using the Google. But, you know, they are pretty cool. They are very functional. But again, guys, you know, hopefully Lifx takes care of the issues when you have one. I'm sure they are warranted. It's probably a year. But really, when you're claiming a bulb can get, you know, several, like, I don't know, they claim these things have a lifespan of like 20 years, a lot of these LEDs. You hope that you're not going to have any kind of issues with these. So now I will say that sometimes with the voice control, I tend to have a little bit more issues with controlling them and having them freeze up than if you just used our app. But let me know what your experiences are, guys. If you have this product or have any kind of pros and cons. I will say there's nothing really else like it on the market except for the Philips Hue, which again require the hub, and I didn't really want to spend that much money for that particular lighting setup and have to have the hub. But who knows, maybe that's a better product. Maybe it's something that Philips might send me at some point to maybe go ahead and add to my review channel here and get an honest side-by-side comparison. Again, they also can connect with the Alexa app, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alexa, turn off the stairs.
Okay.
And you can see that did nothing. So the voice control on these things is, let's try something else, okay? Alexa, tell Lifx to turn off the stairs.
Which lights would you like to turn off? Bedroom, stairs, or living room?
Stairs.
Which lights would you like to turn off? Bedroom, stairs.
Stairs 1.
Which lights would you like to turn off?
See, and this is
Bedroom, stairs, or living room?
and this is my point with all this smart home stuff. Sometimes it's really not all that smart. Sometimes it's really, really dumb. When I went ahead and bought the
What would you like to do? For example, turn my living room lights off. Switch stairs lights.
Stop.
Set bedroom to 100% brightness, or change color of living room to pink.
Stop. Please
Canceling.
stop. Yeah, please cancel. Again, guys, there is a pretty much straightforward, honest review of some of this product. Although they do work 80% of the time, sometimes these things just don't work, and you need to power cycle everything. What I will find, if you're looking for a smart home bulb that is very, very compatible with voice command, and this stuff will get better as time goes on. Like I said, when I bought the Amazon version, I did not know. I thought that the Lifx bulbs were only compatible with her. But when I got the Google Home, because I really got that one more for the music aspect of it, the Google Home is a lot smarter than the Amazon version, in my opinion. It seems to communicate much better with just you being able to talk to it than having very specific commands. Now, I did get an email the other day stating that the Amazon version actually added more support for the Lifx product. I haven't really tested yet. I'll put up another video review in the not-so-distant future. But in the beginning when I got this kind of stuff, it worked much better when you use IFTT, if this then that service. And you could check that one out too. It's another third-party company. Basically, when you talk to the Amazon device, it communicates that information first to the Lifx servers, and the Lifx servers communicate that information to your network, and that's communicated back to your smart home products. Whereas Google does it directly on your network. I don't know if Alexa has added that feature yet to be able to communicate directly and more flawlessly than the Google Home one does. But the Google Home one definitely is a better product for home control, in my opinion, and definitely communicates a little better with some of the smart home stuff. So, guys, that was pretty much an honest review of what I think about the Lifx bulbs. I'll do more videos on these things here and show you more of the features of the light bulbs once I get all this stuff working a little more properly. I have to reboot the router, and I'm going to upload this video anyway because it is just an honest review of showing you how these things sometimes just don't work properly. If you have any questions, please drop a comment. As always, thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more and more smart home product and watch reviews. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.